Ah, okay,
Uh,
perfect. Okay. Room title, creative gear. I leave everything as it is, right?
yeah,
Correct.
you can just leave everything as
Okay. Okay, so that should be working right now, I
this.
think.
Let me check.
Check if you see something or not.
Uh, Start recording. Yeah, we're on. We're on.
Do you see
And
me
check
painting?
check your volumes every time. Like people
Okay.
can. Yeah, I can see your painting.
Can you
Check your
hear me well as
volumes.
well, or
Yeah, yeah, it's no lag because
okay?
when
Do you want me to check volume and put something more, or
yeah,
just
just maximum every all the volumes. I think.
okay? Microphone should be a bit
Yeah,
higher.
there's another volume for the browser.
Okay, let me check. A ver, options, audio. I have microphone system. Yes. Um, I'm seeing here. Oh, oh, that's weird. Volume here. Do you
Uh,
see it?
uh, Volume here. Yeah, yeah, this volume. Yeah, just maximum everything.
Maybe it's too much, no? Do you think it will be too much?
No, no, your microphone you can just go maximum
Okay,
and
so I'm maximum right now. Do you hear me well? I
yeah,
suppose.
I hear.
Okay,
I didn't. So this won't affect like between us.
okay.
So this only affect we between we and audience.
Oh, okay, okay, perfect, perfect.
Right.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah. So
So,
the I gonna ask them. Can they hear me clearly? Whatever stuff this.
okay, perfect.
And I gonna recording as well. Start recording. Here we go.
So we have like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, something like that, more or less.
Yeah, yeah. Just like
Cool.
you already do. You know when we're talking, you're already at an hour and a half
Okay,
maximum. So.
perfect.
Oh, I just downloaded a cool brush set yesterday.
Really? I have such a mess of brushes here. I don't even know what I use anymore. I'm the worst for this. But look, I'm painting with a one. I love this brush right now. I made a number one, and this
Oh yeah,
I use it a lot for. I really like it. It's so good. Yeah, because it gives you
lemon.
this kind of
You call it
angle.
lemon brush?
Yeah, and it gives you this kind of little angle, and it, I don't know, I like it. It's very very
Yeah,
fun
yeah, yeah.
to block in. I like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's really nice. I think I'm gonna duplicate this. Duplicate the window to the side,
Hmm.
and I record the big screen. Another one
Perfect.
just for seeing people. You know.
You see everything well, right? The screen.
Yeah, no worries,
Okay,
everything. So
perfect.
I want to.
Perfect. Ooh, long time without painting. Now I feel rusty.
Nah, it's fine, man.
Nah, I just want to do a little bit meanwhile while I talk. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I gonna wait a minute. I gonna send our thing to the groups so that people can come in to check.
Okay.
Ah, oh, I like my vape. You know,
What?
I almost quit smoking right now. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh
I'm making
man, you
my
have
own
to.
vape,
Please do
and
it.
oh, fuck, it's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it feels good. I mean, it takes time, but once you do it, it's the best decision ever.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I did already 7 years. No, yeah, 7 years without smoking. So that's a
Oh
lot.
wait, Spanish smoking kind of water smoke.
No, no, just like a normal. I was smoking Marlboro. I was smoking American cigarettes.
Okay.
The normal one.
People see. Okay. Yeah, but right now they just always think like around like 11 in China.
Wow, it's late. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, every time it's like say can we do earlier? I say okay,
Yeah.
maybe in the class we do earlier, but
Yeah, the class we
it's
can do it
talking.
earlier. Yeah, in the class we'll try to do.
Yeah, for
I don't know.
you it's easy.
Yeah,
So
for
I
you it's hard. Yeah, yeah, for you it's going to be a pain in the
I have
ass.
to get up like 8 something and start
Oh,
teaching
yeah.
at 9 or
That's
maybe around 10. Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Around
and
10
it's
will
really
be.
too late.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about the Canadian time. So it's 13 hours, no, from Canada to China of different.
No, it's 30 hours for now, and they gotta change to summertime, so it's
Oh, cool.
12 hours.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a lot easier for me. So you know what, Rui, he feels like so good, like teaching in the morning because you know what, he came to work around 7 something.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fucking 8 something. I leave at 4. What the fuck? I was like, are you crazy?
So he was streaming from. Ah, yeah, of course. Now I feel like I recognize that ceiling. So it was from work.
Yeah, he's from work, and
Okay.
Oscar, he went to work to streaming cause he just live nearby, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. He lives like 4 minutes walking. I think. 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sees a company at the second his studio. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm
What?
making.
Yeah, I'm testing my volumes with guys here.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you can do whatever on.
Are we on already? Are people there? I don't even know if I am. Okay, I'm gonna start painting actually. So whenever you guys start, at least I have something already on.
Okay. Yeah, people here is a little bit like noisy on my side, but
Really?
anyway,
It's noisy the volume of my microphone?
it's from me.
Ah,
It's not from you, so I
okay.
don't really know what is happening.
Hmm.
Let me check. Maybe you
The volume, right?
turn my microphone volumes a little bit.
Yeah,
No.
I think it was very loud. Try now. Do you hear better? No?
So, yeah, if you hear like normally, so they
Yeah,
should hear it normally.
I can hear you well. Ask well anyway when you start the streaming. Ask to people, and if they don't hear it well,
Yeah,
we can just switch it a little bit. But for
sure.
now, I suppose that it should be enough. It should
So
be
you
okay.
hear pretty good, right,
Yep,
on both sides.
yep.
Okay.
I hear you very well. Very very well.
Uh, yeah, I think previous one is maybe too loudly. So
Hmm.
all right, yeah, it's getting better.
Cool.
Kind of collecting people right now. It's 100 something, and
Nice. Yeah, 129. I see it now. Yeah, cool.
oh, you can see it.
Yeah. Audience,
Okay.
129 people.
Okay. Yeah, last time we did like around 2,000, but on this website,
Holy
it's
shit.
lots of young guys.
Awesome.
So they just came here to, wow, we have people talking and
Yeah, that's
free
fun.
knowledge.
It's fun. Yeah, it's free, so it's fun also like to hear someone talk.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to do the translation at the same time?
Uh, Sometimes if you see some words, it's really hard for me to find the right Chinese word to say.
Yeah.
But I say the English all the time. Say, for example, like the what I'll say the established shot, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the real, I say, established shot in Chinese.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
hard.
it
Yeah.
took me a while to think. So
Yeah.
I can feel the reason. I can feel the reason how to explain it, but it's not the word. It's not like a
not
perfect word.
exactly.
I have to, say a lot to explain it. It's hard.
It's normal. I don't even
Uh,
know what I'm doing, but anyway.
are you going to buy a house over there?
Not now for the moment. We need to know if we like Barcelona or any other city. But in the future,
Oh, uh-huh.
I like to try to buy something.
But it's real cheap.
No, man. Well, Spain is not very expensive, but Barcelona is crazy expensive, man. I'm paying the same money that's in Toronto for rent. It's very expensive here.
Holy,
Yeah,
holy.
Barcelona became one of the most popular cities in Europe. Now everyone wants to visit Barcelona. So there's a lot of foreigners living here, a lot of tourism, a lot of people from
Uh-huh.
North Europe that have a lot of money. So compared to the
Okay.
salaries in Spain, like a normal salary, it's terrible. It's very expensive. People can't afford a house. But if you go to other cities, yeah, Valencia, for example, is a city, a very nice city, very close from where I live, and you can find pretty affordable stuff there. So maybe in the future. For now, just renting, see if we like it, and see how do we feel, and they we'll
Yeah,
figure it
but compared to, let's say, the salary side, compared to Canada, it's lower or higher for
lower.
you?
No,
Lower. Only.
no, for me it's higher. For me it's higher now. I mean, I got that's why I moved. For me it's a higher salary that I had in Canada.
Yeah, the higher
Yeah,
and with like lower living expenses,
yeah.
but
I
it's
have no
for
no, I have no problem. I'm living very well with my salary here. But I mean, like Lee,
okay.
for example, she doesn't work yet, so we need to figure out because now it's just one salary for a full family. So, but yeah, I mean, we live very
Oh
well
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what, team? You already did this thing as well.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Last time they say, my girlfriend do the fine art, is do sculpture, is so artistic, but fuck, I pay everything myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. I'm paying her the English and the Spanish classes, so she will be able to.
Okay, so how long gonna take her to learn like Spanish stuff?
Um, Actually, she already can talk. It's amazing. She's she learned very fast, but
Oh,
I mean, it's
from
not.
zero, from
Yeah.
scratch.
Yep. So I mean, for now, she can just keep a normal conversation, and she could start working already with her level. It's not crazy,
Okay.
but at least it's very good. Honestly, I'm impressed. My friends are very impressed with her. Every weekend
Okay.
when we hang out with my friends, and she keeps talking. Oh, it's amazing. She's not shy. Because, for example, for me,
Okay.
when I was learning English, I was very shy, and I feel very uncomfortable to be in public, and she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She enjoys a lot, so that's one of the good things. If
Wow,
you
this is really hard for a girl.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Yeah, I think we can officially start, and I gonna blah blah say lots of Chinese, and
perfect,
then we go from your background.
perfect.
Okay. And prepare. Maybe you can show your art station, whatever. Talk about your
Yes,
work,
we'll do it.
and if you have some processing work, that's just awesome. Later,
Perfect,
whatever.
perfect. I'm gonna be
Cool.
doodling me while you talk. We can start like painting
Yeah, you can
something.
you can
Yeah,
keep doodling whatever
yeah,
right now.
exactly.
OK，大家好，我是 Leo，我们这期是我们创意齿轮的第3期公开课，采访的大神是 Nacho Yague。Welcome Nacho.
Hello, how are
Can you say hi
you?
in Chinese?
你好. It's a
Yeah,
little better or not?
yeah, much
Cool,
better.
much better.
Nacho 之前是我们多伦多育碧的一个很元老级的人物，他现在不在我们公司了，现在去了巴塞罗那的 Game Loft。他在那边是就是整个工作室的总监。现在他平时约他好忙。我们这期主要是想跟大家介绍一下这个 Nacho 的一些经历，和之前我们的2期公开课的内容差不多，就是从介绍一下 Nacho 的经历，介绍一下 Nacho 的一些是如何画图的经验，再就是我们一些他负责我们的课程是场景设计，再就是讲一下我们课程里面就是他大概会如何教大家在场景是如何画场景，对大家有没有一些什么心得之类的帮助。 最后呢，就是希望能跟大家有一些互动，就是如果有什么问题啊，对课程有问题啊，对场景有问题，因为 Natural 场景大家可以在 ArtStation 上去看啊，网上还搜到还有很多。他画那个 lighting 画光跟颜色，我觉着是在业内特别屌的一个人。所以说把握机会，and 接下来我跟他稍微的问他一下，他是如何从西班牙，他是西班牙的，对我来说西班牙全是大师。我问他一下，他是如何从西班牙那边如何工作经历，之前真没怎么谈过这方面。但是他据我了解，他在加拿大这边的工作室待了大概5、6年，然后他之前跟我说他工作了10多年，我估计在西班牙还有其他地方大概有那个几年的工作经历吧。而且他之前好像不是 concept artist，之前是做什么的？我们也可以通过这次公开课了解一下。有 Sun Nacho。
Hello. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think people are curious about you are from Spain,
Mhm.
and what's your first like motivation to be concept artist?
Well, this is a long question
Yeah,
because
you can simplify it. You don't have to
no,
start it
yes,
from a.
it's very interesting because right now people know a lot about concept art. Concept art is like it's like a trendy thing. Everyone loves to be a concept artist. Everyone is following their concept artists. But I
Mm-hmm.
started 15 years ago, so there was nothing.
15 years ago.
15 years
Okay.
ago. I'm very
Shit.
old. So there was nothing there. I didn't even know that I wanted to be a concept artist because it was something that it didn't exist. The only thing that I knew was like maybe some Star Wars. That's all.
Okay.
Mhm.
You also start from Star Wars.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but at the time I was doing fine arts in
Mm-hmm.
university, and I wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
a comic artist because it's the only thing that I thought that it would be something that I like because
Yeah.
I wanted to focus my career into something that I loved, that it was painting, but I didn't know how to make money out of it. So my main thing was like, okay, comic art is the only thing that I know. So
Mm-hmm.
then I started working in a, well, while I was studying, I started working in a website design company, something like that. I was
Okay.
doing some logos, some website design, all that
Like
stuff.
back in 50 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
one guy that was working there, he told me about a new studio that it was opening in an island in Spain. It's an island called
Okay.
Mallorca. And he told me, you
Uh-huh.
should apply. It's like video games and you paint, and they need people that do paintings. And I was like, really? Do they need people that paint for video games? So I just applied there and I started working my first video game company that I had no idea about what it was, basically.
Right. So what's that game? It's mobile games or
No,
console?
it was like a console game called Scorch. I'm gonna look for it.
Scorch.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it was terrible.
Natural 之前是在他工作了15年，我靠，工作15年，那就是在多伦多这边加拿大这边待了5年，之前有10年工作经历。他现在在他现在在受这个游戏是他第一个他第一个做的游戏。他之前是在一个呃，就是大学里边学 fine art，学那个 traditional painting，然后他觉得就画 comic book，当时他还不知道可以去做游戏去画画。他就画那个梦想是当一个就是漫画家，然后他在一个网络公司做 graphic design，后来他听朋友介绍，他那边西班牙那边刚开了个游戏公司，他就头一次听说这个事儿，然后就去做了这第一个游戏。So what is showing is your first game?
Yes, well, actually, we worked for it. When I left the company, I worked there for 3 years, and they never finished the game. So they finished that game once I was already working 6 years later when I was working in Europe.
Holy.
So yeah, so for what I did to what it became, it changed so much that it doesn't even look like what we were doing before. So yeah, it wasn't a very good
Okay.
game. It was the first, it was a very small company, so they wanted to do something too big for what they were. I think they were
Yeah.
too ambitious. They had too many ambitions. But well, that was the
Okay.
first company.
But I see it turns not really bad.
No,
Right? It's something like a AAA games, but
no, but the good thing is that this company had a lot of money actually, but because they were new, they
okay.
didn't know how to work in games. I mean, working in a game, as you know, is very complex. There's a lot of people, and it's not like easy. And this
Yeah.
guy was a guy with a lot of money, but with a lot of ambition, but he didn't know exactly how to work in a game. So
But it's
uh,
a Spanish company.
yeah, yeah. Well, it was a Swedish company from Sweden.
Sweden. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
heard of like lots of Swedish companies
yeah.
over
There are
there.
a lot. So the good thing is that they brought a lot of people from Spain, a lot of professionals
Hmm.
that they were working in London or in United Kingdom, because in Spain we didn't
Hmm.
have anything back in the time. So they brought
Hmm.
a lot of people from overseas, from Europe, and even from America. So I had the possibility to work with people that knew very well how to make video games.
So
So
that you, from that point, you expand your Spanish,
my
like connection stuff.
exactly, exactly. Totally was one of the things is as you say is connections. I didn't know any. I'm
Yeah.
from a very small town. I didn't know that much about video games, so
Hmm.
I learned a lot, of course, to make how to
Hmm.
make video games. But I also got very good connections there. So mostly all
Nice.
my friends and coworkers that I work in the future, I met them
Nice.
in that company.
Nacho 说他在那个公司里边儿就是主要就是一个学习的一个阶段，然后是认识人脉的一个阶段。他那个公司说很有钱，但是因为西班牙不是一个特别就是像美国呀，像 UK 那边儿就是特别就是很有做游戏的一些文化吧，所以说他们就是对这方面文化可能有点欠缺，然后他们就在招了很多海外的人，就是这个公司好像是瑞士的公司，好像在西班牙有分公司之类的，然后他找了很多就是国外的人，对他们来说国外的人就是美国人、英国人。然后来到这公司一块儿做游戏，然后 Nacho 在那个时候就认识了很多的那个就 connection，认识很多人脉。然后他当时他的老家在老家在西班牙一个就是也不大的一个城市，所以说他对这方面文化也挺欠缺，知识方面对做游戏也不太懂。所以说，通过这次第一次机会，也不是说工作经验让他丰富了多少知识，可能就是认识了很多人，然后逐渐就走上了做游戏这个道路。So after then, you you graphic design first, and then did your first game.
Yeah, well, I was there for 3 years, as I said you, and things weren't going as well as I thought because I wasn't. I felt very stuck there. I couldn't learn too much, and people were leaving. The good people were staying to leave because they saw that the game wasn't being done, and
Okay,
well, so there was a new company, another Swedish company, opening in Barcelona called Green that also shut down.
okay,
But they were working on a video game called Wanted.
one tip.
Yeah, it was from a movie uh, from Morgan Freeman and Angelina Jolie. Let's see.
他现在在给我们看他第二个游戏，就说这个游戏公司已经倒闭了，但是说他
Yes.
就是从
It was this movie. It was like a burial movie from no,
回
2002. Yeah, it was like an action movie, and we had to
OK
make the game. So it was like
啊
yeah, uh,
Angeles Julie
yeah. It was with Universal Pictures. This is the game. So that was the first time that I did a real game that came out, and it was like a full production. Uh,
OK
it was hard as well because they opened the studio, and in 1 year they have to develop a full game with all the people who were new. So we didn't know each other. We didn't know the
嗯哼
tools. We didn't know the technology very well. But
嗯哼
the game turned out to be quite good for the time that we had. We wanted to make like a
Yeah,
longer
they
game, but it's good. It's a
sounds
good game.
like Splinter Cell. Looks
Yes,
like.
yes, it's somehow a little bit of Splinter Cell actually. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was
So
very fun.
basically, yeah. So basically, this one is your officially started making games.
Yes, yeah, that was like in a real studio with people. It's the first time that I released a game. I work on a game that was released because the previous one didn't came out. So this was the
Okay,
first time that we work in a game, and in 1 year, and when it was done,
nice.
we
Your
made.
first title.
Exactly,
Turn out,
exactly,
man.
exactly. That was like a very exciting, and I was working with a lot of people, international people. Back in the time, I
Yes.
didn't know English that well, so I had to learn because my boss, for example, was Swedish and he didn't speak Spanish. So I had to learn.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
it
Yeah.
was very weird. I had to learn a little bit of English in order to be able to communicate with him properly. So this how also
Nice.
I learned English. That's why the importance
Nice.
to, if you can tell to the people, that's the importance of knowing English. I think right now in this industry,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to open gates and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to work overseas, you need to know the language. It's very important.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you. Otherwise, I won't talk with you here.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm a live example. Okay. OK，so Nacho 他做第一个游戏不是特别成功，因为当时那个工作室不是特别专业工作室。之后他在巴塞罗那就开了这个第二个游戏公司，是一个当地的。然后他在这个游戏公司里面算是，叫什么很专业的一个工作流程去做一个游戏，因为之前都是像15年前就是很尝试性的去做，就大家都不懂，但是想就是很有野心，想做一个东西出来。然后他现在刚才给大家看的是第二个游戏，是一个基于电影的一个题材的一个游戏。他那个游戏算是就是做成功了，工作了大概1-2年左右，好像是。然后他这个游戏就是他可能没有就是从头到尾去做这个游戏，但是呃，对，差不多这个就算他的第一个工作经历吧，第一个 title。然后从那儿开始，他就开始学英文。他刚才也跟我说，就是说，如果你想，呃，就是开眼界呀，然后跟更多的人交流，说英文，跟大家交流是特别特别重要。OK， yeah. So after your first title, I think it's like 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah,
After
well,
getting
after
into
that,
okay.
that company closed because in Spain, I don't know if you know, we had like a very big crisis, and
Mm-hmm.
also that was a time in video games. I'm talking about maybe 2007, something like that, where
Okay.
the video game industry changed a lot. Before, there were a lot of small companies making games, and
Mm-hmm.
all of them could survive. But all of a sudden, games starting to become bigger and bigger and more complex, and they required way more people. Like right now, like
Yeah.
you see now. So all of a sudden, just two of I don't know how to explain. Like there were two kind of companies that could survive. One will be the biggest ones, and the other
Mm-hmm.
were the the small studios, indie studios. The middle ones couldn't survive because they were always like having just one game in market, and if that game
Okay.
wasn't working very well, they will fail.
Yeah, yeah, I know it's very risky to just like it depends on one game.
X
After you release it, it's like you just spend all the money on the
exactly.
production.
Exactly. So what happened is this: we work in this game, and they were working another game. It didn't work as well as they expected, so they had to shut down. So that was the
Ah,
moment
shit.
that I really wanted to travel. I wanted to move abroad. I wanted to discover new places. I wanted to learn
Mhm.
English better. So,
Mhm.
but I was really afraid because they shut down this company, and I didn't know what to do. So I really thought about Ubisoft because Ubisoft was in Barcelona as well, and I
Oh,
thought
oh
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard about you that.
yes,
Okay.
it would be a good idea to get Ubisoft Barcelona to work there for some years, and then because I know that Ubisoft has studios in other places in the world, so
Mhm.
I had like a long term plan. It's like okay, I'm gonna start working in Ubisoft, and then in the future I will be
Okay.
able to move with them to another country. That was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
idea. I wanted to do it, but
So,
well done, basically.
so your final destination is like go travel.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, I wanted to travel, but I also wanted
Okay.
to work in big games. That was always my
Yeah.
ambition. I always wanted to do like a Assassin's Creed or something like that. So I knew that
Hmm.
if I was staying in Spain, I won't be able to do it because the industry is not as big. So, for
So
example, in
yeah.
Ubisoft
So.
Barcelona, I was working in very small games, very indie games, Just
Hmm.
Dance, these kind of things that I wasn't very
Just dance.
interested.
Just dance pretty hot right now.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So when did you get in Barcelona UB?
That was in 2008. Once Green closed, they had to shut down. Ubisoft Barcelona was looking for a lot of people, and they were looking for
Okay.
an art director. So I went to work as an art director in Ubisoft Barcelona, and
Holy.
I didn't have no idea how to do it, but I said, why not?
You, okay, so you started from very high level,
Yes, yeah.
directly in the big company.
Yeah,
Shit, so
yeah.
you're a lucky guy.
Yeah, well, I don't know because I think I wasn't ready back in the time. I think now I'm very
Okay.
ready for that, but back in the time I was like young. I didn't have so much experience working in in productions, so
Yeah, yeah.
I mean it was okay, but I don't think I will do the same. If I could come back to the past, I will never take
Hmm.
a position as an art director back in the time. Now, yes, now I feel way more ready for
OK。
that.
然后 Nacho 在那个07年的时候，他做的那个第二个游戏公司倒闭了。他说那个时候在西班牙有很多的有一场经济危机之类，导致一些大公司可以生存，和一些小公司叫 indie game，就是自己自主做游戏开发那种，那些是可以生存的，因为它的成本大公司就很多嘛，资金很充裕。小公司的话就是也比较容易生存，因为它没有太大的开支。他做的那个公司是属于一个中型公司，中型公司基本就是有点野心，然后把所有家当都用在了一个游戏上。如果这游戏火了，这公司就能生存。他做那个游戏当时没有就达到公司的一个预期目标，所以说就公司就倒闭了。然后当时他在想，当然他也学英语，他觉得就是待在西班牙不是一个很好的选择，对长远的发展，他当时考虑很多，他就觉得当时巴塞罗那有育碧，然后他说，就尝试了一下申请那儿，然后因为像一个游戏公司倒了以后，另一个公司就会，产生那种抢人的状况，就是有很多人都就是有机会工作了，然后老多公司就开始拼命招人。然后他在那个机会就是当了那个巴塞罗那育碧的一个艺术总监，当时也挺幸运的，我感觉就是然后但是他说那个时候他到那个职位是还没有做好很一切的准备，所以说，但他现在是挺就是经验挺丰富，可以完全胜任那个职位。但在当时的话，他说确实感觉有点慌的感觉。Okay, so 2018, 2008.
Yes, more or less 2008, 2009. So, well,
Yeah.
I spent 2 years in Ubisoft Barcelona,
Hmm.
and then I was like really wanted to leave. I really wanted to travel. I really wanted to work in bigger games. So I
Yes.
talked to my boss there in Barcelona, and I told them my intentions that I wanted to travel, and they were like,
Okay.
"Yeah, we don't want you to leave, but well, if you want." I mean, they were always trying to keep me there. I understand, of course, but
Sure.
I made my mind. I really wanted to. I mean, my brain was in other place. I had other ambitions, and I knew that in Barcelona back in the time
Yeah.
I couldn't make it. So at the end they told me, well, I wanted to go to Canada. Well, I had two options. I wanted to go or Singapore because I always liked Asia and I wanted to travel to
Ah.
Asia, but I knew
Okay.
that professionally Singapore won't be that good. Or
Yeah, convert to Canada. Okay.
exactly, or going to Canada because I knew that in Canada there were a lot of professionals, and I wanted to meet very good concept artists. And because in Barcelona I was alone, I had another friend there, but I didn't know any other concept artists that they were very good. So I said, okay, I want to go to Canada, so I will meet very professionals. So I told that to my boss. She told me that they didn't have any positions there because at the end,
Hmm.
is even if it's Ubisoft, you need to do like tests, you need to do interviews.
Yeah, like a different studio transfer.
Yeah, exactly. So it was more or
Okay.
less like the same as looking for a new job, but
Hmm.
they couldn't find anything like for me back in the time. So they told me there's a studio in Bulgaria, in Sofia, in Bulgaria. I was like, Bulgaria? I didn't even know. I knew that it was in Europe, but I didn't even know where. I was like, holy shit, I don't even know where.
Bulgaria. Okay.
Yeah. So like,
Oh shit.
what I can tell you is like they are working in a title for PlayStation Vita. That's like a handheld. It's like it's not like a full console, but they are working on Assassin's Creed for that. And I was like, okay, I want to go there. I didn't care. I didn't know anything about the city, about the country, or even the
Okay.
language. But I said, no, I really want to work in a game like that. Even if it was like for
Okay.
PlayStation Vita, I thought that I could, at least for the concept art side, would be very interesting. So
So
I
then you
said,
moved to Bulgaria
yeah,
for that
Bulgaria,
game.
and to work as a concept artist again. I didn't want to be an art director anymore. So it's like I want to paint,
Okay.
I want to do concept art. So I moved to Bulgaria
Okay.
for it was like a short mission that they say. It was just for
Okay.
9 months. So yeah,
Hmm.
I ended working there.
So what's the first assassin you worked on
It
in
was called,
Bulgaria?
I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, it was called Assassin's Creed Liberation.
Believe.
Yeah, it was with a woman, a black woman. Yeah, yeah, we'll see it. It was very
然后
interesting.
Nacho 在那个公司在巴塞罗那的育碧公司工作了一段时间以后，他觉得他特别想做一些很大的那个游戏。他现在大家看这个就是他在另一个工作室做的第一个刺客Liberation。OK
Liberation. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna show you some.
OK，他当时说跟他头就是协商说，我能不能去其他的工作室去做一些很大的 title 的一些游戏。他当时想的就是加拿大或者是新加坡。他特别喜欢去那个叫什么那个就是亚洲的一些国家。当然他考虑新加坡，然后但是考虑新加坡可能比加拿大、北美这边可能稍微弱一点在游戏开发上。然后他说啊，新加坡那边、加拿大那边也很难去，也不是说同一公司你就可以随便跳，要做很多 test 就很难。然后他说，要不你尝试一下保加利亚那边，然后说那边再做一个育碧，然后不是，sorry，再做一个刺客，再做一个刺客。然后他觉得、OK，他当时看到一个很大的一个 title 游戏的时候，OK 没问题。然后他就去了保加利亚，做的是第一个刺客信条。现在大家看的这些就是他最早的第一个，但是他去的那个公司他就没有当那个总监，他说他想画画，然后他就当了那个 concept artist。OK，
So
so
here
it's your
I'm
first
showing,
test.
yeah, I'm showing some of the paintings that I did back in the time
Average.
for this game.
Okay.
So it was the first time that okay, it wasn't a game for big consoles, but at least it was for PlayStation Vita. It was from Assassin's Creed that I loved. I've been always been a very a
Yeah,
fan from
I,
the saga.
I
So
really like it.
yeah, I thought, well, at least I mean for the concept art side, it doesn't matter if you're working for a very big game or for a handheld game. So I wanted to
Hmm.
improve my technique and my style match very well with this kind of art. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna give. I mean, I was
Yeah.
I had so much fun in this project because I was very young, but I mean, now I see this paintings and are very old and very not very good. But well, back in the
No,
time,
no, it's still like awesome looking to me.
well,
Yeah, especially this one. I
it
like
made
it.
me
This one.
improve a lot because that was the first time that I moved to another country that didn't speak Spanish and they speak
Hmm.
Bulgarian and they don't even speak English. But well, they speak English very well. Yeah. But well, in
Okay.
the studio they were speaking English, so it was good. But it was like for me new, like a new country, a new
Hmm.
studio, a very different way of working in a game
Hmm.
that it was very important for me. So I had a lot of pressure, but also that pressure is what made me improve. And it always happens. I think I always try to take some challenges in my life, so that way they make me improve in my way of painting or in my way of
Yeah,
living,
yeah,
whatever. So yeah, I think my art gave a big boost. I don't know if you know the word boost. It improved a lot because before
yeah.
I didn't have the chance to work in games that I was very interested. So for the first time, I was so into this that I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the same feeling as you. Cause when it's the reason I was got hired from Toronto.
Yes,
It's like I met Danny,
yes,
and Danny saw my art. It's like, oh, okay, you do lots of graphic art and like a graphic novel. They say, oh, it's like it's the same as Far Cry Primal. So
exactly, yeah, exactly,
probably like a similar kind of painting style. So
exactly.
I can understand that kind of feeling.
Exactly, it's the same. I don't know. I feel like you need that. Sometimes people feel like very scared to jump or
Hmm.
to get higher. I know a lot of people that "Ah, I don't know if I'm good enough to work in. I don't think no one feels good enough to work in a big studio. I think you need to try and try yourself to
Wow. Yeah.
because I don't know. nobody knows how to work in a big studio, but you need to try, and that's the only way that you are going to learn. Uh, so well, this is what I did. I went to this country that I knew nothing about it, but it turned to be very good. I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't.
but you did it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it was just like 9 months. At the end, instead of 9 months, I ended working 11 months there, almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a fixed contract. So the moment I arrived to Bulgaria, I said, okay, now I'm going to talk to HR, well, to the people in in Ubisoft, and tell them, okay, I want
Uh-huh.
to go to Canada. So
Okay.
while I was in Bulgaria, I was working with Paris, with the HQ in Paris, asking
Mm-hmm.
them if they
Mm-hmm.
have any position in Toronto or in Montreal. And
Mm-hmm.
finally, like 6 months before leaving, and, well, before when I was working in Bulgaria, they told me that there
Mm-hmm.
was a new studio that it was Ubisoft Toronto. It was almost new, so they told me that they were looking people, and because
Yeah.
I already worked in Assassin's Creed, it will be a good match. And I said, okay, I need to go. So I got very very scared. Of course, I was terrified about doing the move to Canada, but I said, I have to do it.
But yeah, at the very beginning, as I say, the Ubisoft Toronto was moved from Ubisoft Vancouver.
No, no, I wanted to go or Montreal or to Toronto.
No, 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 no. I mean the new studio you say like Ubisoft Toronto.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no
it
Ubisoft
was
Toronto before.
no,
They
it
have
was new.
Ubisoft Vancouver, I
They
guess.
had Vancouver that that shut down, and they had
Yeah.
Montreal. That Montreal is the biggest one, and that's all.
OK。
Yeah, they didn't have anything else. They didn't have Ubisoft in Toronto before.
然后 Nacho 他从那个保加利亚的工作室工作了大概是9个月、11个月，将近1年的左右。然后他就是跟那个总部巴黎那边，法国那边就说，我特别想去那个加拿大这边，因为他那个当时是就是短期合同工嘛，就是你工作完了以后你就要去离开了，你不是一个长期的一个 contract。然后当时就正好恰巧看到多伦多这边，当时多伦多还是新工作室，就是大概6、7年前，我记得刚来的时候听说，是加拿大的温哥华那边有育碧工作室，然后那边被就是给杀档了，就给关了，有什么原因不知道。然后他想来多伦多这边或者是蒙特利尔这边，因为蒙特利尔这边是最大的一个，大概2、3千人，据我听说，我没去过。然后魁北克那边有一个，然后多伦多这边有一个。当时 Vancouver 那边关门了以后，多伦多这边是刚算一个比较新的工作室，然后他之前又有刺客工作经验，他就来到这边。然后他跟我们说，就是当你去尝试任何新东西的时候，不要感觉我很胆怯去尝试，因为当时他做这个游戏，他第一个做刺客的时候，他的之前的一些画风跟刺客很接近。我当时说，就是我进公司原因也是因为我的之前画风跟孤岛那个画风也很接近，所以说有一些机缘巧合，但是他在就是在一些很高压的情况下去做一些提升，也是一个挺不错的，就说尽量去尝试吧。而且他就从那儿以后，大概08年、09年到10年左右，他就来到了加拿大这边。So I think it's about like 2009 and 2010. You came
Yes,
Toronto.
I came in 2010 exactly. Well, that's a long time
2010.
ago.
Okay.
So, well, that was the greatest experience I think I had. I was like the first time that I work in big games. Back in the time, they were working in Splinter Cell Blacklist. That
Yes.
is this one.
Splinter Cell. Oh, okay. But they didn't make it really well, right?
Well, actually, the game did very well. The press love it. It's one of the games that people love from Splinter Cell. But they have a problem. I don't know if you know the story.
I don't
Sam
know.
Fisher, this character, it's always been daft. The guy that puts the voice. It's an actor called Michael Ironside. So this
Like her
man,
Iron Sight.
yeah,
Okay.
this man is the guy that puts the voice to all the Splinter Cell game. But in this game, because now it was the first time that we were doing like a real motion capture, getting the movements
Mhm.
like what we have in Ubisoft Toronto, we hired
Mhm.
a younger guy. We hired another guy, and people got
Okay.
so pissed off that they started saying that they will never buy the game because Michael Ironside wasn't in the game, and that's why,
Oh,
yeah, now all this hate in the internet, it made the game don't. I mean, the game sold well, but it didn't
so
sell.
what's the guy did? Like the Iron
Th-
Ice Man?
this guy was putting the voice. It was like putting the voice to the character. So
Okay,
in the previous
just like
games,
a
previous
okay.
games, but in this game it was a new guy, a younger guy, and people didn't like their voice, and they started like getting crazy because we want back this guy. Well, they're crazy. So the game sold well, but not as well
Yeah,
as it should sell. I mean,
just because I like a voice
that's one of the reasons. Yeah, I think
speaker.
it's one of the reasons. Yeah,
Totally.
here there's some of the stuff that I did for the game. It's very well, as you know, this game is very dark every time.
Yeah,
So it was
I
very
so
fun.
like
Yeah, it
yeah.
was always about playing with light and darkness. So for me, it was very interesting as well because every game that I've been playing, I had like a challenge, and this time for me was like to make a lot of different environments, very dark, without looking the
Yeah.
same. And because you know what happens when you're painting something dark, it always tends to look the same, like the same
Yeah,
color.
sure.
So it was very hard. So I was trying to do like different night environments, like for example, if you can see here or here. Well, I don't have so many here actually from Splinter Cell. Yeah, here you can see some. So, for example, this night scene is very different to this one. This one was like a more greener, darker. I was trying to find different moods within the same with the same light. It was kind of challenging for me, but it was very interesting.
You know what? The very interesting thing is I saw lots of Spanish old oil artists
Yeah,
be very like using black,
yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
their painting is like a very artistic. They can control the black,
You can say
and
here, I'm not using black as well in the painting that I'm doing right now. I try to avoid black because even this one that is the darkest one, if you see,
hmm
it's not even pure black. It's something here. Pure black will be like let me check. This is the pure black. See, I try to avoid, and this is something that a lot of people usually when you're starting and you're
hmm
starting painting in black and white, try to avoid pure blacks and pure whites. I think it
yeah,
will
for
make
sure. It's
yes.
cause really hard to overlay any colors
Exactly.
on top.
Then it's terrible. That is so hard to overlay, and it doesn't work very well. Because real life is like that. If you check in real life, it's very rare to find a pure black or pure white in your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah,
Nacho 在多伦多这边他做第一个游戏就是那个细胞分裂。他说那个游戏做的其实是很成功的，但是当时他就给我看了一个人，那个人我不太清楚，好像挺出名的，就是好多Splinter Cell 的 fan，就是他的粉丝就说就好像就指着这个人去买游戏还是怎么地，或者特别喜欢这个人，他是一个配音演员。然后后来这个工作室可能就不知道什么原因就没找这个人去配音，找了一个年轻人去配音，然后导致这个游戏就是没有大卖吧，有很多就是粉丝就失望了。我觉得也挺奇怪的，就是因为一个配音演员能把一个游戏给搞黄了，也挺有意思。然后他就在这个游戏上，就是他尝试了很多就是比较黑暗的风格，因为他也是欧洲那边来，那边也挺动乱之类的，有很多什么就是起义啊、revolution 啊那些东西。他就那边就是他之前画风跟 Splinter Cell 是完全不同，呃，且也是就是特别喜欢尝试一些新东西。然后他在里面，我跟他说，我之前看很多西班牙油画家特别喜欢用那个黑色去画，而且用的特别舒服。他也在跟我们说，就说他很少用一些纯黑的颜色去画东西。呃，一个是黑的嘛，如果你上色的话，就是很难，就是没法叠加颜色在上面，就是很少那个颜色型。然后他说，如果在你现实中，你其实也很少见到纯黑的一些颜色，所以说他感觉还是挺现实的一个艺术家，就是现实中你看到什么样，他就不会太就是个性化的去扭曲一些现实吧。All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I see lots of work. This is why I love your work so much. It's about the color and lighting.
Thank you. I love your works as well.
Okay, thanks, man.
It's mutual admiration. Well,
Okay.
I always tried a lot. I come from fine arts, and I come from Europe. And in Europe we have like a long, I mean, like a history
Yeah,
about
I know.
painters, and it's something that we kind of drink. I mean, for example, in Japan, they grow up with comic, with manga, and all that stuff. For
Hmm.
us, it's different. We study a lot of art history. We have a lot of museums. I mean, you go to the streets if you walk around in Spain, you're like
Oh shit,
every
I'm
day
jealous.
seeing beautiful things of art. So you always get inspired by painters. So
Yeah, I'm jealous about this.
and because my background, because I studied fine arts, I painted in oils and in traditional media. So I always try to find a way where I can mix these two worlds, the world of traditional painting with uh, with the digital art. So
Uh-huh.
even sometimes I can use some photos or 3D or whatever. I always try to keep always this kind of lost painterly effect in my paintings. It always looks like very
Yeah.
loose, and I like that. Something that I think is
Yeah, lots of people like say production work is so different from personal work
exactly,
because personal
exactly,
work you can do doodling and lots of like crazy brushstroke,
exactly.
but for production work it's like everything have to be very precisely that kind of different painting style.
That's
So
why
I re
that's why I liked a lot to work in Assassin's Creed. I will let you know. We will talk about it later, Assassin's Creed. But that's one
Mhm.
of the reasons because Assassin's Creed allows you to do more painterly work in the concept art.
OK OK。So Natural 说他就是不同叫我们之前我听了个高晓松说叫什么地理决定论，就是说在不同的国家，他人成长起来，他的受文化确实是不一样。说在日本，就是漫画人们受漫画很大的影响，他们来自欧洲的人就是从小就是受到一些那边一些古典音乐和古典绘画的一些影响，所以说他对绘画这方面可能就是有天赋吧，我也不知道。然后他就是特别喜欢把，即便是工作图也画的特别叫什么，就是有绘画感。我觉得这是特别难得的一个东西，因为现在很多人画工作图，就是工作图嘛，就是整的跟那个就 industrial design 一样，就是横平竖直的，所以说在工作图上显然就是呃就是很缺失了一部分你作为一个画画的人应该有的东西。我觉得他的画，尤其是他在刺客上做的那些图，就是特别感觉不太像是完全的工作图，就是有工作图的意思，就是信息传达很明确，然后设计也很明确，然后同时你还能感觉到那些一些很棒的绘画感，有些什么笔刷呀什么之类的，颜色之类也特别风骚，所以说我觉得这是一个特别难得的东西。然后他会一会儿给我们提到一些他这方面的一些经验。Okay, man. Yeah. So after Splinter Cell, I think they work on the Unity as well.
Yes, exactly. What had happened when we finished? Because for me, Splinter Cell, it was okay, but it's not like my kind of game. It's like military game. It's always like whatever. It was fun, but it wasn't my passion. So
Okay.
once we finished Assassin's Creed, Leslie, that is our producer, she sat with me.
Uh
It's
huh.
like Nacho, I saw. Well, I heard before because I'm clever as well. I heard before that they were trying to work on Assassin's Creed based in Paris, in the
In Paris.
yeah, it was
Okay.
in Paris in the French Revolution area, and I was like, oh
Okay.
my god, I want to work this. So back in the
Because
time,
you
back in
know
the
that well,
yes,
right?
I knew a little, I heard some stuff. So back in the
Okay.
time, I had to make a tutorial for 3D Total. 3D Total, it's a publisher here. I think it's an American publisher, and they asked me to make a tutorial for an interior.
Okay.
An interior. I had to make like an interior and then destroy that interior. So I thought, why not using the topic of Paris in the French Revolution? So that way I can practice. And maybe
Yeah.
if the art director Pat, in like in the time, our art director, if he sees it,
Yeah.
maybe he will think, oh man, we are working in a game that is similar.
Oh shit, man, you are so
So
smart.
yeah, so I made this painting that you're seeing right now. This is not for Assassin's Creed. This was for a personal for this book that is here. It was for this
Okay.
book. Well, one of these books that's out here. So I did this one, and then I had to do the version that the broken or the
Uh-huh.
kind of more
Uh-huh.
like apocalyptic version. So I try to get the chance of working there, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this tutorial and see if someone sees it. So effective,
Okay.
so that's what happened. Like a month later, the producer called me. It's like, we saw that you're working in this kind of thing. It can match with our style because you're European. Maybe you. It's like perfect, and I was dying because I've
Perfect.
been always
Perfect. You feel like your dream comes out, right?
exactly. So it was amazing. It was like one of the funniest.
Okay.
I think it's the best project I've worked in Ubisoft Toronto. It was very fun. We were
Yeah.
not that many people, as you know. Now we are a lot of people. Before we were maybe it was just like two concept artists, Branko and me. We were just two people working on the game. So it was very
Holy.
fun. Yeah, it was
How
like
many? How many? How many people like at that time you was
oof.
with Branko?
When I
200?
started in Ubisoft Toronto, we were 160 people, and
Holy. You
yeah.
know what? Right now it's like reaching like
Yeah,
700.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah, back in the time was nothing. So I think in Assassin's Creed Unity we were more people now, but maybe it was 250 something like that. Not that many.
OK，
So yeah, it was like
之前 Nacho 在多伦多的时候，他那个做完了那个细胞分裂，然后他们就开始要有听说有消息要做下一代刺客，就是那个刺客的 United 大革命好像是，然后做那个游戏的时候，他特别想进那个组，当时他们人很少，他们大概就有160-170个人，现在都600-700人。他当时做的时候，可能公司里边就一两个那个 concept artist，然后他之前收到了一个邀请去做一个教程，就是先说一下那个 United 那个游戏，就是说他想做一个根据欧洲法国大革命一个东西，一个背景的一个游戏。他说他想做那个，因为他就从那边长起来，说对那些东西很了解。然后但他不确定自己能去那个项目组。这些他给我们看的就是在他那个一些大革命之间的一些图。他之前收到一个人，一个公司让他做一个 tutorial，一个教程，就是做一个室内，然后再做一个这个室内被破坏掉的一个状态。然后他做那个教程以后，他觉得为什么不做一个就是以法国大革命那个题材的一个教程？然后他就想给那个公司刺客的一个头看一下自己的画风跟那个游戏背景特别像，然后他就是做了个那个教程，然后我一开始以为那个就是给大革命做的那个给刺客做的图，后来说他刚才说不是，说那个是就是提前练个手给大家看一下我能画这样的画风，然后他画完了以后，果不其然就是公司人看到了。然后觉得，哎，你画的特别，挺对我们游戏的就是风格。然后你也是由欧洲来了，那你就来我们大革命做吧。然后我感觉当时 Nacho 也确实也挺聪明。OK，so
So I'm showing
yeah，
here some of the stuff that I made here. As I said before, in every project that I've been working, I try to improve something in my. I kind of try to set myself some goals or achievements that I want to achieve. So back in the
mm-hmm.
time, one was like light. We have like a brand new engine for the game. It was the
OK，
first. It was the first Assassin's Creed made for PlayStation 4 and Xbox. It was
后
like
来
the new generation of consoles, so it was more powerful. So we wanted to do like something crazy, and the idea was like to play a lot with light, to have like a very very bright light and very vibrant colors. And it was the first time that we could do these kind of things, having some
you mean the
light.
United, the first
Yes,
generation on PS4?
yes,
Holy.
yeah. It was the first. Yeah, and the game was insane. I don't know if you have you played.
I think so. I
I
tried a little bit, but I didn't. I never go. I never like play through all, each of the UB games. I think it's too long.
For me, I think is one of the most pretty Assassin's Creed done yet. Even the new ones look worse than this one. The light here is perfect. It's so beautiful. Lighting here is very, very, very well done. We have like so many people on screen. The interiors were insane. Uh,
他看这个游戏是 Unity 说，当然这个游戏是第一代，育碧为这个游戏开发了一个新的引擎，然后第一代游戏在那个 PS4 和 Xbox 上
Yeah, this is one of the screenshots. I
的
mean,
游戏。
they were insane. I mean, what is it?
Holy.
Let's see it now. I mean, they were beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is the one I saw before. Like attract me a lot. I want to go UB. Say the art over there is best.
Exactly, exactly. So I mean, so we try to do that in concept art. I try to explore more because before working in Splinter Cell, that it was very dark and almost
Yes.
night scenes. For me, it was the opposite. I wanted to do like a more traditional painting as well. Although I use a
Yeah.
lot of fake techniques, I try to always have this feeling that I told you before that it looks more traditional, emulating painters, classic painters. So I study a lot of painters that I love, and like for example Sorolla. I don't know if you know this artist, but
Soloya. I know another guy spent usually
he's from Spain as well.
uh yeah, the guy I'm talking about is from Spain, but like a paint usually the beach.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. He loves to paint like
Oh, Jokun Sorola.
yeah.
Fuck, this is my best.
He's amazing. He's a great. He's from Valencia. He's from my town. So I follow him when I was a kid in the university. He was like one of these painters that you study in the university,
Yeah,
and he's very good
I
about
super like this guy.
doing these things. I mean, he's the first artist that I saw that he was using shadows that way. He doesn't add dark. Everything is like blue and vibrant and
Yeah,
it's such a nice artist. So I try to kind of copy a little bit of. I mean, I couldn't do it the same, but I try to copy a little bit this kind of style on my paintings, trying to add like more light and. Of course, I couldn't make it very well, but I try to
man, you're
copy.
right. Really good.
No, I try to
Okay.
copy a lot of the exactly a lot of the these artists, this kind of well, I have tons
Uh-huh.
of paintings here, and I enjoy it a lot because it's one of the games that I like. It's some kind of like European culture that is like my culture, so it's always like
Yeah,
easy
yeah, you're
also.
familiar with it.
Exactly. So it was a very fun project to work with. I really like this one actually. I was exploring a lot with colors and light here, and I think I improved a lot. It was another time in my career that I think I jumped a little bit more, and I started to understand very well how light works, and
Yeah,
oh
yeah, I
mm,
can tell.
yeah
But from Splinter Cell, that kind of pressure feeling, it's really nice.
yeah
And
yeah
for
for
this
sure.
color feeling, it's shit. It's so good.
But I find it very easy or easier to work on a dark scene. You can hide a lot of stuff. You play a lot with silhouetting. For example, what I'm doing here right now is easier because it's just one silhouette and then you paint a little bit. Once you have
Yeah,
like a light scene, like a daylight scene, is very hard to do it well because you need to have in mind a lot of things to control. And it's tricky. It's not easy. I suppose that you know it when you play like something dark. It's very easy
yeah.
to hide little things. And when you're doing like a daylight thing, it's another thing.
Testing your imagination. OK，
Exactly, exactly.
之前 Nacho 在那个项目上，由于是新引擎嘛，就是说可以，就是那个新引擎对光就是可以渲染的特别好，所以说在那个时候他觉得自己是对在颜色上是一个很大的一个突破的阶段。他当时也给我们看了他那个很喜欢的一个西班牙一个艺术家叫周昆斯罗拉，之前我也关注过很长时间，我觉得那个人那个颜色真是画了很多海边的景，就是很少用黑色，然后玩的颜色都是一些比较亮的一些白天的颜色，所以说他在那个项目上就是借鉴了很多这个 Sorolla 的一个用色的一个规律吧，然后从那儿开始，他觉得就是很注重一些光和颜色的运用，看来不管谁画画还是从古代大师那边学，还是很正的一个路子。然后他刚才跟我们说，就说当我们画一个就是晚上的景会比较好画，因为有很少的光的一些去影响。然后画白天景，由于他现在画这个，刚刚给我们看说都在一个图层上，所以说比较简单。当工作图里面会有很多的层，然后你会想那个当光来回穿梭、互相影响物体这些反射之类，那些就特别挺复杂的一个东西。OK， Yeah, I think you did pretty well on learning old masters. Shit, I should learn this.
I think it's one of the things that everyone should do. Sometimes we focus too much on following our station or I mean, all concept
Oh
artists.
yeah,
That is great. I mean,
exactly.
I love to follow them, but sometimes, and now you see it. I see that lately everything looks the same because we all are taking the same, yeah, the same references. And then
Yes.
I watched Star Wars the other day. Have you watched the last movie? And
Yeah, yeah. I saw like a lot of thing inside. It's more.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like a regular concept art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's nice, but it's nothing surprising. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. Everything feels like I already saw it before, and it can happen to me as well. Sometimes I'm painting something, and people tell me, "Oh, that looks like another concept." It's like, man, it's true. Maybe because I saw it in our station the other day, and it got in my brain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's very hard, but at least one of the things that I know is like never stop studying the masters. I have here, and I think I
Okay.
actually I give it to you. I have a massive folder with art that I love, and I always have like a concept art that I
Yeah.
like, anatomy, but I always have these classics, and every time that I'm stuck, yeah, I love this painting a lot. Every time I'm stuck, I just check paintings that I like. It can be because I like the composition, or maybe I like the colors, or maybe I like the brush strokes. I don't know, but I love to have them in a folder. And from time to time, when I'm bored, I just like go through it and check. Oh no, this is amazing. I mean,
Shit. You're okay. Yeah, I would say.那时候说，就是他说现在看到太多的 RC 上那些图，感觉都一样，就是千篇一律。然后就是当然画都很好，但是感觉我们学 RC 上那些人的图，就是他们也是从大师那边学的，所以说就是感觉学他们的图就是跟二手资料一样，就为什么不直接从一手资料去学起？而他刚才说那个新的那个星战。说那个电影说拍的是很好，但是你看里边的一些景儿，就感觉这些 concept 就从似曾相识的感觉，你就感觉已经看过好多次了，没有一个很那个很精湛的一个东西出来，就是很难。现在一些电影、一些娱乐产品很难给人留下一些就是眼前一亮的感觉，感觉都是过多的千篇一律。所以说，他建议就是一定要多从那些就是古代大师那些层面的东西去学，就是少看一些 CG 吧。
it happens also with Chinese concept art. I follow a lot of Chinese concept art, and it happens.
Oh yeah,
There's a
they are
style.
made.
There's like a signature Chinese concept art that I find it fascinating. But I don't know how the hell you guys make it that well. But I feel that sometimes, and it happens that you feel this kind of style like well, I have also a folder with this kind of style that is amazing, or this one I see it a lot here. I don't even know how you guys do it, but this whole technique, once you learn how to make it, you need to make your own, signature. You need to make your own style
Yeah,
and your own, because yeah, I mean everyone learns about copying, and I think it's very important to copy an artist to learn
uh-huh.
how it works. But once you master the technique, it's better to try to find your own way, your own style. Or I mean, it's true that
Yeah.
it's
So
hard, especially when we do concept art. We are doing like we're not doing like personal paintings. We are doing something that is for a job, and we don't need to do like
yeah.
something. But I don't know. There's always moments, even at the work, to try to explore new ideas and try to improve your
So
style.
you're saying like you're not refused to learn from others, so you can say learn from others, but it's not like a 100% copy from others and
Like,
transfer something
what you
useful
have
to
to
your own.
do what you have to do when you copy, and this is something that people do very bad, is like they because everyone will say copy, try to copy, but what you have to copy, and that's very important. You don't need to copy without knowing what do you want to copy. Let me
Yeah.
explain. Imagine that I have this painting and I see, for example, I find this painting insane. I think this one is from what's this guy that is very famous in China. He's very good. I love him. Anyway, this guy, I tried to copy him once, but I didn't want to copy the whole thing. What I wanted to learn is like how he plays with the edges. He's very good at making very loose edges here, and then making.
Yeah.
So if you are going to copy something, try to copy for learning something. So in this case, I want to learn how he plays with edges. Or if I'm
Sure.
gonna go to copy a classic artist like Sorolla, for example, if I'm going to copy Sorolla, I don't know what is Sorolla here. Actually, I did it. I've done some of the. I wanted to, for example, one day I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. I think I have it
Oh,
here.
you pronounce this guy as a Soloya? It's not
Sorolla.
like a Solora?
No,
Oh
Sorolla.
shit!
In
I pronounced
Spain,
Solora for
no.
years.
In Italy, double L is L. Hola. But in
Okay,
Spain, double L is ella. So it's Sorolla.
Soloya.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. Get my
So,
knowledge.
so for example, one I think I have it here. Where
我
is
在这儿
it?
快速说一下，就 Nacho 他说学习是特别好的，就是你可以学不同的画家，他学了很多中国的一些画家，他觉得就是你学习的时候就不要去就是完全的去 copy 他，就是你要知道你想学什么东西，然后就是有目的去学习。可以说他刚才那个我们看那个人像那个图，就说他特别想学那个人像的边缘。就是如何控制一些虚实的关系，他就专门去学那个东西。就是不是说你喜欢一个 artist，你就完全的去照他的去画，可能你学他的 edge control is my partner name 你学他的那个好，就是如何去控制边缘，然后可能去对再去用那个 Soloya 去 mix 它的 color，这样就会特别产生你自己独特的风格。
So for example here, this
You
one
know
is
what
a.
I just say like edge control is
You're talking about control right now.
yeah, it's like say you want to control the edge, right?
Yeah, exactly. Control. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, you need to. That's a very important thing that, for example, I never knew about control or edge control, and it's a very important thing to know and to master. To master.
Uh-huh.
So here, for example,
Uh-huh.
there's a painting that is from a copy from Sorolla. The painting from Sorolla is where is it? I think I close it. Damn, I'm the worst. I had it here and I closed it. Well, there's a painting from Sorolla. What I wanted to learn is like the how he plays with shadows and light, how he plays with these bright lights
Yeah.
here. Shadows are never black; they're always like a green or this kind of blue. So
Mm-hmm.
then, once I studied that part of a painting, I try to apply it in my own painting. So I try to apply it here. I try to apply as well as you see with very bright whites and with very blue and shadows. So it's another
I really like this one.
yeah, it's another completely painting, a very different painting, but at least I try to apply things that I learned from color from Sorolla. So that's
Okay.
how you have to play. See, as you can see, look, the shadows are not dark; they are like always very natural, very bluish or
Yeah, you can
orange.
see variations under
Yeah,
there still. So
yeah, exactly. So this is how you have to try to copy. Like try set yourself like a goal. What do you want to achieve when you copy an artist, and then do it
yeah.
and learn from it.
对他刚才也是在说，就是他就是之前也是学习很多，他特别喜欢那个西班牙那个索罗亚啊。OK，他就是特别喜欢那个，他就如何用色，他就是很有目的性的去学习单个艺术家的某个呃怎么说某个知识点吧，某个 feature，然后他就是从那个，然后可能去结合其他的艺术家的一些其他的东西，然后 mix 在一块儿，就是你自己的东西。所以说，我觉得这也是一个特别就值得大家去借鉴的一个问题。不是说我特别喜欢某个人，我想变成 the second one，就是我不想成为第二个他，可能我会去就是借鉴同样一些东西，然后去 mix 我自己的风格，这样才能形成自我的一个风格。但是在前期，也会就是涉及到学习能力问题。如果你说你学这个人你学不像，那可能是你学习能力的问题。但如果你学得像的话，就是尽量的不要去完全的去照搬那个人。我觉得这也是挺值得大家思考的问题。要不然，那个现在所有的游戏跟电影出来以后，你会感觉，都挺似曾相识的感觉，因为大家都在学某一类、某一样的东西，都在想去完全的去 copy 它。Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, so you're gonna focus on our class, like,接下来我要问他一些关于一些课程方面的问题。 Um, in our class, like you
Yes.
say, you gonna present as a environment design teacher.
Yeah, I will
So
focus
what?
mainly in environment. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your focal point? Like say, this is the I'm thinking maybe different from other teacher or from other artists how to achieve the environment design.
Well, I want to learn to teach how to learn and how to read an image, how to think before making a painting, and not just like trying to make a cool painting or whatever. I want to think to teach also about thinking about design, what's the reason behind when you make like an action and when you make like a decision, what's the reason behind why you just can't put whatever you think. So my idea is like to
Okay.
to kind of educate yourself with history or culture and think about like the historical background of the building or
Yeah.
why we use this material and we don't use the other one, and these kind of things that are very important that no one takes care. And of course I will talk about like a composition. I will let you know. I will try to mix techniques and show you different techniques that we use in video games. Like
Okay.
I think I also want to focus on the professional side of painting, like how we have to because we don't just paint whatever we want. We just paint thinking about with a purpose.
Follow directions.
Exactly, exactly.
OK。
So that's my main idea of teaching.
Nacho 说，在他的那个场景课中，他会教大家更多的一些去思考方式，就是说，当你画图的时候，不是说去画一个特别漂亮的画就完了，因为有很多时候你是需要去为工作图去画，就是在特定的要求下，你好比说他画了一个建筑，就是你画这个建筑画的好不好看是另一说，你要先去了解。就是我为什么用这个材质去画某个地方，然后你要去了解这个建筑的背景，就是它的文化是怎么样。然后之前我在跟他问他那个就是刚才跟他说之前，问他一些就是现在很多人说做建筑设计做场景，就是最常听的一句话就是找参考，对吧？他说找参考是特别正确的选择，但是很多人就是忽略了一点是如何去从这个参考图中去提炼你所需要的东西，就是如何去提炼这个你所需要的东西放到画面中，这是一个找参考是两个过程，不是说拿个图贴个图这就 OK 了，这是只是一个 technique。Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm talking like say, I remember at the very beginning I talk about when we find the references,
Yeah.
right, for design. So lots of people say, yeah, how to design. So right, just go find references, right? So this is
No.
like everybody knows like know how to find the references, but how to transfer knowledge
Exactly.
from references to your work. It's I think this process should be more important rather
Yeah,
than
there's a lot of time. Sometimes we spend more time looking for the right reference or the right idea more than more than painting it. Because I mean, sometimes this is what we are, and this is what people don't know. A concept artist is not here to make something cool. We need to solve problems. We need to think about design. We need to help the other
you, you
artists.
know you know what what you said is exactly the same with Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. But it's true. And Oscar is very good with that because Oscar is a person that he really thinks about what he's doing, and you can see it on his drawings.
Yeah,
But because
sure.
Oscar is doing something more, it's more prop design. It's like something more specific. Sometimes when we do the environment, we tend to forget that because in environment it's always like easy to make something cool and that's all. So I mean, in pre-production, sometimes we do just like mood paintings, and we don't care too much about what we are showing. But it's true that we really need to think about what we want to show and how we want to show it and why. Because every time I'm doing some portfolio reviews, and I ask a student, okay, why did you put this green wall? And why did you use stone instead of iron? And they don't know. They don't know. It's like, I don't know. I found a photo that it was cool, and it's like, no, dude. That's that.
Okay,
That
okay.
was makes a difference, and that what will make you be a good concept artist or a terrible one. So you need to.
Yeah, 刚才那时候说，就是你就是找那个图，现在很多人就是做工作图的时候，就是你找图的时间花的比你画的时间还长。他说这个现在是太普遍了，就很多人就说我画的怎么样，就是完全取决于我找的图质量高不高。 然后他之前他大概说那句话是说你不管是做什么，sorry，就是不管做什么，他说 environment design，也是说去解决问题的一个过程。我想起这个之前我们采访那个奥斯卡的时候，他也说过同样的话。他是做 Mac design，就是说Nacho 也看出他做的一些东西来说，里面就是思考的过程要远远长于他就是做那个什么，就是去完成这个 piece 的过程。所以说这个思维过程是特别重要的。然后他之前刚刚 Nacho 也说，他之前看到很多学生的画，他就说。他问你这儿为什么用这个颜色，或者为什么用这个形状而不用那个形状？然后很多学生就不知道，他觉得就是为什么用这个形状？因为我看到这个图片，我觉得这个图这个东西很酷，就很好看，所以说我就放在里边。所以说很多东西不是说单纯的是 visualize，就不是让你视觉上满足一个视觉的需求，就是还是要多考虑一些去在工作方面，如果你特别想把concept art 作为一个工作的话，所以说跟那些 personal work 是完全不同的。所以说他在这个是会在课程里边会着重就教大家一些去如何去从那个思考的过程去画一幅画，而不是去看到个很帅的图。我想，我时候有些画画就说你看到一个看电影的时候看到一个很酷炫的一个镜头，特别想画一下它。这也是不是说可能你看那个镜头里面某个东西特别帅，我想画，可能是很多的原因，就是你看到一些构图很帅啊之类的，你想去模仿，这也是一个学习的过程。Okay, yeah, I see.
It's fun that I'm saying this now, and now I'm doing something totally random without thinking. But well, you have to understand that now I'm doing just a sketch. So because now I'm just like
Okay.
adding random shapes here and there, and then I'm talking about thinking about
Okay,
design.
yeah, no worries. 那时候说他现在他画这些，大家不要去以为他现在就是说跟和刚才说了一些矛盾，就是说啊你要想这个，他说他画这个东西完全没有思考，他就是在 doodling，就是在画着玩。Okay, yeah, no worries. But
I also want
yeah,
to.
avatars are pretty good.
Yeah, don't worry. No, I also will talk about things like composition as well. I mean, in my class, I want to make it very organic and keep talking about a lot of topics. But things that, for example, like I want to. Let's see if I see it here. I have one thing. For example, this painting, that it's another painting that I did, that it looks very simple, and sometimes I find that people gets very complicated with crazy compositions and trying to show a lot of things at the same time. And sometimes I think, and you know very well, also doing this kind of like more cinematographic compositions, it's very important to be careful about where do you place the stuff. And even if it looks like it's very
Okay.
simple, and then you check, and I put a lot of thought about where do I place this monkey, and why I put this finger this way, and why this hand is here and it's not there. So as you can see, everything is totally symmetric. It's not like a real symmetry, but in composition
Yeah.
wise, you can feel that everything is like totally symmetric. So these little things, you think that people don't put effort or thought, and we do, and so I really want them
Yes.
to learn how to make
Yeah.
good
So
decisions.
we say like achieve a very nice visual pass,
Yeah,
right? And then you can feel the content inside.
exactly.
Okay. 他刚才给我们看这个图，就是说，也可能之前他讲的，也就是说，他说很多人在画的时候，就是很少去关注一些那个，叫什么，就是代入感，还是一些构图之类的，他说叫 visual pass，就是一些视觉线。他说那个东西是尤其画场景是特别重要，就是说有些东西你不要画的特别复杂，你在简单的时候，你完全可以去用一些很简单的构图。他的构图，他跟我们说就是特别简单，就是一个对称构图。但是你在对称的情况下，用一个曲线之类的去打破一个对称，去连接做一个 visual line， 是一个特别就是早期的一个计划吧。就你做完以后，无论你是我个人理解，无论说你是画俩猴子，你画俩什么东西，俩人，或者甚至机械，你都可以用就是同样的一个我们叫画面结构去做一些就是替换一些东西内容。所以说，就内容在前期不是说 重要的东西。内容可能是在工作时候特别重要，但是在个人作品或者说在自我学习阶段，可以去多关注一些叫 visual paths 这样的东西。然后他刚才说一些小细节，他说他关注的细节是说，就是我的那个人的手呀，手指是什么样，为什么那个样，然后就是一些小细节是那个细节，不是说去抠的多么细那种细节。Okay, yeah, I talked to them about details like what you care about. It's what's a finger shape, it's what's arm shape, body language. It's not
Exactly.
about how much render you can put.
Exactly. Sometimes we especially focus too much on rendering and making things complicated, and it never works. And you can see it. Sometimes you don't, and people know it. Even if they don't know why, they know when a picture doesn't work well, when it's very crazy and chaotic, and you don't know why. And usually it's composition or also value control. Value control is very important, like turning the image in black and white and knowing how
Yeah,
values work. I will also talk a lot about
I,
values.
I saw the way you say like you directly starting from color rather than black white.
Yeah, well,
And
before I didn't, but now the more you play, the more you draw, you have more control with values. Now I don't need to
sure,
turn the image in black and white every time. I know more or less what's the value that I'm using, and
nice.
I mean that's basically it's like a experience. It's like the more you paint, the more you know about value control. So I don't need to do it that often as before. Sometimes I do it,
Yeah.
and I like to do it from time to time, but it's not something that I check every time like before.
Okay. Yeah, I think it mostly depends on the experience.
Also, it feels better when you start with color straight. Everything gets more natural because if you start with pure black and white, later get it a nice. It always gets this kind of like a washed colors. They don't get very rich. It's very hard to find like a nice color once you start with black and white.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand what you mean. 刚才那时候说，当画画的时候，他之前是喜欢，也不是喜欢，就是之前是从黑白稿起稿，然后去 overlay 去上色，然后他现在说，他特别喜欢直接画颜色，但是你画颜色的时候也要同时去多来回检查自己的那个黑白灰是不是正确的。他说黑白灰也是就是基于颜色是基于黑白灰嘛。所以说他现在不太去来回检查，因为他说就是画多了你自己就心里有数。他说从颜色去入手直接画的话，是一个好处，就是说你可以就是你直观能感受到这个颜色你画的是真实的。然后他说有时候你从黑白灰去画，然后再去 overlay 颜色上面，可能那个颜色会很夸张或者不太真实。OK。Yeah, I'm talking the difference between you starting from black, white, or directly from color.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I feel it's like a little bit hard starting from color. So
It's
because
very
maybe
it's very scary.
yeah
I think this is one of the things that when you're starting painting, it's very scary to face to the white canvas. Is very scary. So having the
yeah
value control for the beginning, it helps a lot, of course. But also, I think it limits you. I don't know how to explain. I think sometimes if you start straight with color, you're gonna find different colors. The moment that you start painting, it's easier to find um, more interesting palettes and play with a lot of variation. If you see here, even if it looks very
yeah
monochromatic, even if this thing has mostly the same value as you can see, well, it has two
yeah. But
values.
to me, it's like lots of
But
variations
there
on
are
the color.
tones, yeah, actually, there are tons of different tones, colors. I've been playing with whites, with blues and yellows at the same time, and these kind of things are help a lot. They're very rich.
Nice. OK，对他刚才说就是你看整个他画这个小练习，就是整体颜色是比较统一的，在远处看大型的说，如果说你要是就是 zoom in 看一下的话，还是有很多的颜色小变化。他说一开始确实从颜色入手画是特别确实特别挺困难，但是我理解就是你如果画的多了，你可能就会就是你看颜色的时候，相当于就是你在很好的一个控制一个黑白灰关系。Okay. Yeah, I think we can leave a little bit time to students in case they have some
Please, yeah.
questions to us.
Tell them to ask questions.
OK，现 OK 我们大概也是讲了大概1个多小时左右。呃大家有什么问题可以在这儿问我，关于课程呀，关于就是画画一些很深奥的问题，那些我们可以在群里讨论，就不占用太多直播的时间。OK， 就是有什么问题你可以跟我说一下，我去转达它。
Sorry, did you ask something?
Or what?
Did you ask something right now? I was lost.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm asking people if they have any questions.
Perfect. I thought you asked something to me. I was like, I don't know.
No. Yeah, I'm thinking like some maybe ask you some like questions about the curriculum, other than how to paint a really good painting, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of big question can be explained in that class.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard to explain.
You gonna finish this one later or so?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
If you have time. Yeah.
I'm trying to paint something more. I have an exhibition with some friends. I'm trying to do something with wash that I haven't touched in years, so I'm very scared. So after that, probably they have it's very fun. A friend wants to do an exhibition. So each artist.
For what?
Each artist has to pick one topic that is like a book genre. So you can find like a book that is like a horror books or a science fiction books or so. I'm trying to do something. You know one artist called Haruki Murakami? It's a Japanese writer.
Haruki
Murakami.
Come to where?
Yeah, this one.
I know.
No, it's very famous here in Spain at least.
You know what? I've been reached recently. A guy is a movie director. It's a horror movie director. He's shooting a little some short movies, and the guy found me to do some horror movie concept.
That's cool.
I love this guy. I never touched like any horror movie concept before, and I say I can do some cinematic piece for you. And this guy is still waiting for the sponsor from the government. So once they got the sponsor, the government starting run the project, and then I can be part of it. I'm so excited about this.
I love to work in a horror movie, in a horror game or concept. It's something that I always loved when I was a kid. One day I hope to be able to do it. I almost have the chance to work in Silent Hill once when I was like working in Green. When I was working in Green with this game with Angelina Jolie. They were planning to do a Silent Hill game, but then I don't know why it never worked. But oh my god, when they told me, it's like, yeah, I want to do it, but no, it never happened. But anyway, one day.
I saw guys asking like if their fundamental side is not really good, it's really hard to learn this class or not.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm gonna try to teach them also fundamentals stuff, and I think it's very important to study that at home to try to improve that. But it's not necessary. I mean, I'm going to talk about topics about composition and things like that, but also because I want to focus this course into concept art for video games. We are going to use a lot of techniques that are very easy. Like we are going to do a little bit of photo bash, a little bit of 3D, a lot of techniques that they don't require you to be a master painter. But of course, I mean, if you know how to paint, it's going to be better, of course. But it's not necessary.
是，刚才他说，我看有同学问，就是基础不好学这个课。他说他也会在课程里边会教很多就是关于场景类基础问题，什么透视啊这些兴趣点之类这些这些知识都会教。然后他说最好是建议在课前能多做一些练习。然后他还说那个就是在工作图或者在现在场景很多绘画中有很多的 technique， 有很多技术可以去帮助你去完成一个作品。有很多就是说 3D 啊，或者说有很多 Photoshop 里边一些 technique， 一些很技术性的东西可以帮你去完成。就是很多 concept artist 并不是什么 master， 并不是什么大师，画的也确实说也有的说也并不是特别出色，但是他通过运用这些 就是软件技巧就完全可以帮助你去绘画。所以说它基础肯定是要关键，你不会画当然不行。就是说基础过于薄弱，它也会 cover 一些这方面知识。也可以跟你说不要太，就是说不要太害怕吧，去画场景，说画场景大家都需要 master 才能画，不一定。嗯、somebody asked, it's like every time starting from silhouette, he didn't get used to this shape. This didn't get used to this process. It's it's like possible to to practice more on this, or it's necessary, I think,
Uh,
or not.
It depends on what they ask. If you're like I mean, if the task is to design a building, yeah, I think it's totally fine. This is how I used to start. I made some shape study. It's very interesting because once you start working the silhouette, you don't worry about anything else. You don't care about details. You don't like care about colors. You're just
Hmm.
like checking that that silhouette works somehow. That is interesting. That
Hmm.
I mean, if you, for example, if you sum out like this, you still are able to see the silhouette. You still it's recognizable. So I like to play with kind of stuff. Usually when we work in a building, for example, this
Hmm.
one in Watch Dogs, I'm going to show you this one. Let me check.
OK，他说就是之前从剪影入手画，他说好处就是简单嘛。就是你一开始从剪影入手的时候，你根本不用去关心太多的那个就是颜色呀什么细节问题，就是你只关注它的那个外形。我感觉这个跟那个 Mac Design 差不多，就是说一切不要从太复杂入手，就是从简单开始，然后去逐步的去渐进吧。然后 and somebody asked like if you used to starting from black white and then what's the process you recommended to transfer that to starting from color.
Usually, I try to when I start in black and white, I try to add color as soon as I can. So the moment that I think that I like the silhouette or I like what I see, I jump into
Uh-huh.
color. Because
Okay.
if you wait too much and you polish too much with values, you are going to have like a beautiful black and white painting. But once you add color, it's gonna get, as I told you, it gets like very. It feels that it has been a black and white painting that has been colored with some overlay, and it gets this
Mm-hmm.
kind of like wash thing. So for me, I try to when I'm in a 20%, oh no, of the painting, when I think that everything is the composition is right, I
Uh-huh.
like how it works. The shape works very well. I start
Uh-huh.
adding color already.
Okay. Yeah, I think another point they want to ask like if he want to do like you like starting from color, but he always do starting from black white.
Ah, it's okay.
So uh, yeah, so what's the kind of process he can do like try to starting from color?
Actually, there's the process that I want to teach at the beginning. We are going to start in black and white. So the good
Okay.
thing is with this one of the first part of the project that I want to teach, it will be try to do some kind of like black and white compositions, but with a technique that will allow us to switch colors very easily.
Yeah. OK。他说就是他刚才说另外一个问题就是说，你如果从黑白稿到颜色稿，他说他会尽早的去上颜色，他不太喜欢那种就是当黑白稿画一个很漂亮的黑白稿以后，画到快一半快完成了再去上色。可能不同人习惯不太一样。再就是他说那个从黑白稿到颜色稿去如何转换，还是说就是一开始喜欢黑白稿起稿，然后后来想变成颜色起稿？他说他没有具体提到太多，从这儿他就说在课程里面他会就是教大家很多从黑白稿起稿开始，因为黑白稿起稿也是我所理解就是比较直观简单一些，就是一开始我就要看你的 silhouette，看你的那个轮廓线，看你的透视构图之类的。就是你一旦从颜色起稿，可能会就是容易被分心嘛。
Anyway, it's very. Did you finish? Sorry, I think I started talking.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
finished.
It's also, as you say, if I always painted in black and white, what can I do in this course? Actually,
Uh-huh.
it's a good chance for you to start like getting out of your comfort area and try to do things differently as well. Because
Uh-huh.
in this course, I don't want you to finish and make an amazing painting. I don't care. I don't care if you. I want you to learn. I want you to be able to learn something else, to be less afraid, to maybe jump into color before. So you know what I mean? I want you to, if you take this course, also to try to push yourself and to get rid of those fears that you have. So I think we are very worried about making a nice painting. This is not what I want to show. I want to show how to make a good painting, not a painting that has a lot of thought, that is very well
Yeah.
designed. I don't care if you used black and white or you started, but
Okay.
if you want to get the chance to learn, maybe you can try to jump into adding color instead of doing black and white. Why not?
Nice. Nacho 说，他说他这课的就是 focal point，就是想让同学去就是一开始打比方说，就是只会从黑白稿去起稿。他说想从这个课就通过大家教大家就是如何去尝试一些新东西，就是直接从画颜色，就是别害怕去绘画，就是去比较大胆的绘画吧。然后他还说那个在课程里面他会教大家一些去让大家去学习的一个过程中，而不是说去教大家如何去画一个就是很完整的画。我感觉他这个意思就是说，现在很多人都是画每个画的时候都特别的担心，就说啊，我能不能把这张画画的特别好看啊？我能不能就是完成一幅很漂亮的画？他觉得这个不是特别重要。他说重要的就是说你在这个学习过程中，你学到了什么东西，就是你所学，而不是说你最后的一个结果。再就是shit，I forgot。yeah, and oh yeah, somebody say like what you mentioned some practice
Hmm.
before classes. So what kind of practice and what kind of say like just early touch, early improvement before classes you can recommend it?
For starting, like first, I think one of the things that we talked before is trying to copy. What I like to just at least to get. Imagine that, for example, your palette or your way of color is very blue or is very dark or whatever. So try to
Mhm.
find something on the internet that is very different to your style. For example, what I recommend, for
Okay.
example, for improving this website. Um,
他推荐了一个网站。
I go here a lot of times. This is like a website that has screenshots from movies, for tons of movies. There are too many.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
have this. I have this website
it's
actually.
fantastic. So usually what I used to do, I recommend you to start like having like a folder with references from colors that you find interesting, or that they are very different of what do you used to do, or
Mhm.
I don't know. There's always when you check this kind of this kind of like let me check to find something. Let's see, The Hobbit.
Yeah, I have a like an alternative website for this as well.
Sometimes it's like, wow, I found this that I never paint. Imagine that I always paint something very clear or very bright, and all of a sudden I see this image that it's let's see if it loads. It's too slow now. But anyway, I like to you to get some of these images and try to copy them. But not copy the image like I want it to be exactly how it is. Try to study what kind of light does it has, what kind of composition, what kind of colors they use. This kind
Yeah, like a
of
learning by purpose, right?
exactly. So
Okay.
before starting the class, I think this is very important, and it will make you think out of the box. You know what I mean? It's like not
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about
yeah.
like
Sure,
I
sure.
want you to if you try to if you I don't know if your topic is dragons, I really want you in this workshop to not to do that. Try to do something different. So that way
Okay.
you will improve your skills.
So you want people to jump out of their safe zone?
Yes. Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
I want them to start like doing something different of what they do because I mean I don't want you to show me what you already want what you already know what to do. I don't want you to show me that. I want you to show
Okay.
me things. How are you improving in your own stuff?
Okay. 刚才 Nacho 说，他说，一些同学问就是课前做什么练习，他给我们推荐了一个就是一些电影截图的一个网站，这个我也经常看，有很多不一定去他那个网站，有很多其他网站我可以推荐给大家，呃，就是说可以去看一些很不错的电影镜头，从里边去针对性去学习，里面的构图呀，像用颜色呀，还有打光之类的东西。然后他建议就是前期，去多练一些自己，就是不太擅长的东西。就是他希望不要在这个课里面去给他看一些你特别擅长的东西，他想去让你去学一些就是我们叫 safe zone，就是你的安全圈、安全区，就是你就是尝试去跳出你的安全区去做一些平时不大擅长的一些 style 的 painting。就我感觉就像之前那个细胞分裂跟那个大革命那些图，就是完全两种不同的风格，然后用色也不同，然后绘画方式也不同。我感觉他的意思是这样，就是说，如果你平时特别喜欢画某一种东西，你可以去尝试一下，去在课前练一下你平时不太画的一些东西。
Tell them as well that
And
I don't want them to learn how to paint on my style. What I want them is like in my workshop
okay,
exactly. They will learn how to paint in their own style, but better and trying to improve with
okay,
new techniques and thinking. I'm gonna try to make them think and question themselves why they are doing that and why they are using this color or why they are using this material or that composition.
OK。哎，Nacho 说，他说他不希望就是同学在他的课里面就是总想着去学他的绘画方式，sorry，就是他想去让同学们去通过他教的一些方法，就是如何去构思，如何去用他的一些 technique，有一些很技术性的东西去达成你们自己想要的一种风格，而不是说你上他的课就要去完全抄他的东西，就变成第二个 natural 之类的，他不是那个意思。And somebody ask, like say when you before a painting,
Hmm.
so you're like uh so how do you design this? Like all the design, all the shapes, like from your own
Look,
mind library,
look at this.
or depends on your.
This is what I always get references. It doesn't matter. These are photos that I took. This is from Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
It's a building that I like beside. I don't know. I just got photos that interested me, and I thought about making a vertical composition. That's why.
Okay.
I liked a lot this kind of tones that is kind of similar to. Of course, later on I start changing it, but I start with a base. I really like this kind of oranges that I also use them here. Um, I mean, this is not, as I told you before, this is a sketch. I didn't have any purpose on this. I just wanted to doodle meanwhile.
Yeah.
But I think it's always good to start with some base, something that at least to start with some idea. So my idea was to make something
Nice.
vertical, and before I think you will see I started with a very simple shape, and then I start
Yeah.
cutting this shape. So it's something that usually if I was doing this for a video game or for a client, I will do a lot of variations and I will explore a lot of different compositions, a lot of different shapes. But well, now it's just something that I just wanted to do something while I'm talking, basically.
OK。Nacho 说就是之前就是我看有些同学在问那个你画之前是如何构思，是如何去积累素材。他刚刚我们看了一下，他刚才他画他那个小练习时候看的一些素材，就是平时他照的一些照片，就是他就是想画一些感觉就是很 vertical 就是很垂直的一些形体啊，一些这些东西，就是看到一些你自己对他这个方法其实很好，就是说你去参考，但是不是照抄，就这个意思。然后，但是他说他在那个工作当中，就是会有叫什么？他会跟客户看很多就是不同的 variation，不同的那个就是一些方案。因为他现在在画一些小速写之类，所以说他就是没有去做过多的一些改变吧。
If
Okay.
you think, I'm gonna show you something. Here, for example, I really did for Watch Dogs. We did like a lot of explorations for. It was for this church. Remember this church in the game? So this how
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
this how I should start in a video game. I will make different, even though, because we already knew what kind of shape we wanted. But of
Hmm.
course, I try to do very very quick black and white explorations of shapes, and that way it's easier to communicate this idea to the director and then see how we
Yes.
can move from that. And then, I mean, it turned to be this kind of thing, also the interior. So I mean,
Yes.
usually I always check references and try to. I It's very hard to start something from scratch without any reference. At least if you see the references that I have, they are
Hmm.
nothing. They don't look nothing compared
Yeah, I
to
know, I know, I know, I know what I mean.
to what I did.
Nacho 说他之前画那个狗二里边那个教堂世纪教堂的时候，他就是从很基本的一些几何图形开始，然后他说他看那些时候的几何图形的一些 reference，就是参考图，跟他现在看差不多，就是没有照抄的原因，没有照抄的部分，但是就是会有很多不同的 variation，因为这是给工作图嘛，给客户看的一些东西。然后你从最基本的图形去入手，再去就是做一些，好比说就是你的头可能对你有，就这个教堂有，就是有不同的要求，就是有一些 local culture，一些本地文化之类，就被这个游戏所需要的什么东西，然后你去结合一下这个游戏的一些方向跟你的 reference 方向。然后他说最建议是从一开始从找好参考图以后再去开始画，就是先要知道你要画什么东西。他说这个是挺重要的。我觉得现在也差不多，也大家也挺晚了，我们今天大概就到这儿。然后我说一下我们的群，再说一下我们的群每次都说是有兴趣的朋友可以就对课程有兴趣，对我们行业内交流呀、学习有兴趣的朋友，可以加一下我们的群。群号我发在这儿，然后我们今天大概就到这儿。And Nacho,
See? Yep. I say see
I'm
in Spanish.
yeah, yeah, I'm so appreciate like you can spare your time with us,
I don't know, my
and
pleasure.
I'm
It was very fun.
thinking, yeah, it's like a very good chance for people to know early before the class and what they want to learn and what
Exactly.
they are gonna practice before class. So
Exactly.
this is really important.
It will be
And
fun. It will be. I mean, it will be very organic as well. I think I also want you people to ask questions, and I want them to participate. And so also, I mean, the class I has like a schedule, and I have like my themes that I want to talk. But of course, I
mhm,
also want it to be very organic and talk about different things and make a lot of questions and try to solve all those problems. And also talk a lot about the
okay.
industry, how we work in the industry, how we work in video
Mhm.
games. Because I don't know, I think it's not so many
Yeah,
people
you
know how you work in video games or what's what we have to do. So I think it's very important for them to know how to work, how to accept critics, how to work with a teamwork, how to deal with a lot of problems, like for example, cancel games and things like that people
sure,
don't know, and it's a very important part also of working in video games.
sure. Natural 说他会在课程里面教大家很多一些就是如何去做游戏，因为他现在可能职位是就是不是 concept artist 了，现在是 studio director，所以说他现在了解更多的是如何去做游戏，而不是说去画一些好画。Yeah, I'm share my group number to people who interested
Hmm.
in this class, and we can get together talk. Okay, thanks, man. And
My pleasure.
already recorded this video. You
Cool.
you can, yeah, I think you already recorded on your side, right?
Yes, yeah, I think it's recording in my side as well.
Okay, so you can just like stop recording and stop leaving. So we
Okay.
just stop here and